sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Greg Zuerlein's got it teed up, and off we go from Arlington. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come up now on second and a yard. Fournette running out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Brady now on first down. A pass underneath for Fournette. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Throwing on first down is Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. That catch good for only a couple. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On second down, Bernard. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that would be pinpoint here.
So I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Fournette again, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The big back Leonard Fournette able to push his way in from a yard out. And the Bucs take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. So the second down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Yeah, almost felt like the offensive line said, forget mixing it up. Let's call our favorite running play over our best blockers, and let's get this one in.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Elliott, toss right. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 2nd and 7. Toss left to Elliott. Elliott a first down and more. Room here to run. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 7-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Now Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Tackling's obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Bucs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Brady now to throw. They'll swing this out to Fournette. He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Brady. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Fournette on the counter. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Brady going to throw. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this first half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards one. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Another try after the first down sack. Brady, it's caught by Mike Evans. And they work this out past the 25. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The final shot before half for Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by DeMonte Casey. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. Oh, good move. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go to Elliott again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A first down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again to Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. The defense stiffens to force fourth down following that first down gain of 8. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
We got plenty
And
of
he will
front,
take
baby.
it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Pollard, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Brady dumps it off to Fournette. And, a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 45-yard line. Now Brady. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Here's Brady. He finds his tight end, Howard. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 12-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. There he goes, right side. 30, past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. They met in back-to-back Super Bowls in the 90s, and they're together again. The Cowboys and Bills are underway. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rolling to his right. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Allen going to throw. Dancing to his left. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And all the way down to the 37. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Out to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. He'll buy some time right. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Allen off the play fake. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. On play action, Allen. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. A loss of 10 yards brings up 4th down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. Thrown across his sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. Prescott to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And some space here.
Yeah, it's on.
Touchdown, Cowboys. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. Now Mike McCarthy saying, let's go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get 2 more. He's got it. So that didn't take long. Quickly 8-zip. Interesting. I mean, they're putting their foot on the gas here early, going for 2 to go up 8-0.
Well, after that drive, you have to believe that they thought to themselves, if we can do that, what's another 2 yards? Let's go get those and get 2 points as a result.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Flush to his right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. 1st down and more for Jackson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll roll him out right. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. To throw is Jackson on the move to his left. Powering. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Looking to throw, Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. Touchdown! Ezekiel Elliott, 33 yards. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. The first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now there.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Zerline out now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
You always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. The last run got a couple, here's 2nd and 8. Play action, it's Jackson. Rolling to his left. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens get a bit closer.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this thing gets marked where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The give is to Elliott. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Rolling to his right.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. A handoff left, Elliott. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, it's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott, 14 yards. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this first half. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
Guys, to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he's brought down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jackson on first down. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams making their final preparations for the second half of action. So with that, let's get you back out to Arlington, where we rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Play action. Now Jackson.
That goes out wide to Murray.
That catch good for only a couple.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. Jackson now steps away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, another fine run right there for Lamar Jackson and CD. That one puts him over 100 yards now for the ball game.
And remember when all we talked about were 100-yard games from running backs? That when a quarterback did it was a surprise? Well, Lamar Jackson, that's part of the package as well. He'll have as many 100-yard games in a season as the top running backs in the league.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson. And there's a quick throw caught by Andrews.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the 1st down marker. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up, back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say, maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Jackson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
On play action, Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
But there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Prescott from the gun, out to his left. Oh, Prescott stripped, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Well, maybe it hasn't exactly been a Rembrandt, But they've been mistake-free to this point and finally coughed it up. I don't think it's going to cost them the game. They should be fine. But, boy, they're going to hate that, going back and watching tape and being able to say we were that close to achieving our goal of 0 turnovers during the game.
A little blemish, but as you say, still comfortably in command. On first down, Murray. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. They go play action now. Jackson rolling to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at their own 46.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
56 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Elliott.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him the
touchdown, Cowboys. Blake Jarwin